Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 51 of The Wylde Beyond, here on Thousand Faces TTRPG, and go buff yourself. My name is Ethan. As always, I will be Dungeon Master for the evening, and I am joined by 5 of the 6 wild things. The 6th is off skiing in Canada, as Gromp, I guess, does. Gromp will be portrayed by me when necessary this evening, and I think I have a good grasp of his character at this point. But I am joined by 5 of the 6 wild things. First, we have Bodhi being played by Lauren.
Hi.
Okay,
bye.
Kieren is played by Sarah.
I left all my D12s upstairs. I need them weirdly enough for class.
Probably won't need them unless you have a great axe, probably. Otto will be portrayed by Mav.
Hi everyone, happy National Women's Month.
Amen to that. Morgan will be portraying Melon.
What's up?
And the spicy little firecracker that is Wraught will be played by the spicy tall firecracker that is Joe.
So since it's National Women's Month, does that mean you have to be nice to me as the only female character in this party?
Wraught gets an extra luck point. Never let it be said, I'm not an ally. Clearly, that's what allies do. Stick around through the stream, because at the end of the stream, everyone will let you know what they're up to outside of this game, where you can find them and everything like that. I do have a few quick announcements before we jump in. First of all, I have a co-DM. Actually, 2 of them. Poe and Leo. There they are. And they will be making their input known throughout the evening. Just enjoy it, the dulcet tones of cat meows. But if you do want to listen to the...
Jesus Christ, thanks for the raid!
Hey! These wonderful raiders from Sally Quinn will absolutely know about these talkative co-DMs that I have. Love them. But if you ever want to hear the... I won't say catless, because sometimes they do still make it in, but the reduced cat and cleaned up version of our games, we have a narrative play podcast called Go Buff Yourself, where you can find this campaign, the City of the Crimson Tower, the upcoming Lords of Sin campaign, a Mothership mini campaign, all on there right now. So go check it out if you like narrative plays and just need something to listen to during your commute or while you're doing laundry. This stream is 18 plus.
Ethan, what if we want more cats, though?
Pump it in. I'm sure you could find cat meowing on Spotify. Just add that in. It'll probably be pretty accurate. Well, if you do want, actually, the original version will always be on YouTube, where you can go watch it and go watch all the past live broadcasts and all of that. So that's the actual play version. This stream, as most of our actual play streams are, is 18 plus for language, potentially content, legal, in and out of game drug use, all of that. I think those are my announcements. So, let's go ahead and run that intro video so that we can get into episode 51 of The Wylde Beyond. We are back. When we last left the Wild Things, they were in the town of Vale Crossing, having successfully liberated a number of children working for the hag, Scabatha Nightshade, Granny Nightshade. With the aid of the Getaway Gang and Will, you all were able to accomplish this in pretty impressive time, despite the chaos that went on. And after returning to Little Oaks Grove, you figured that there were some of the children who seemed like they might be interested in living in Vale Crossing. But Will was a little skeptical. So you all, along with Will, headed back to Vale Crossing to make some arrangements with the mayor. You had a conversation with the mayor, and Will broke off to talk with him further. Last time, we saw Wraught take place in a private painting lesson with Zinnia Tinkergrin, the gnome owner of Zinnia's Canvas here in Vale Crossing. We saw Gromp and Kieren go back to the Underfoot Tavern, speak and drink with the dwarf Elkhorn. Got to hear his story from his lips this time instead of through Wraught's retelling, and eventually brought him back to Thistlehold, the manor that you all have been rented for free. While there were conversations and exchanges, including with Gideon, Otto's newly awakened shrub, who was still struggling to find his voice. We left the session. We left last time while things split, with Wraught having left after an emotional moment, being found crying by Zinnia, Kieren having also left Thistlehold to go try to find where Wraught had gone. Were the rest of you remaining in Thistlehold at this moment? I can't recall if anyone else left.
Bodhi and I were working on dinner.
Correct. So, if the rest of you are still at Thistlehold, we're actually going to pick up with Wraught. We pick up a little forward in time where Zinnia had started to walk you home. You walk through the streets of Vale Crossing. She doesn't say anything and lets you speak to her first. Do you do anything on your way back?
If we pass any kind of restaurant or dining place, I'm going to quickly duck in and then reemerge a few minutes later, wooden arms laden down with carry-out packages, like multiple pounds of it, to the point where when she first steps out of the door, both of her arms pop out of the sockets and everything lands on the ground. And she stares at it for a second and conjures a spectral hand to pick up one of the bags, and then kind of leans down to try to pop her arms back in.
As Zinnia begins to help you pick up the things that you've dropped, what type of food have you gotten?
I tried to pick up something I thought everybody else might enjoy, since obviously I am currently made of wood and cannot indulge. So I got a massive amount of mixed salad, just with tossed greens and a light vinaigrette, as well as quote-unquote meat skewers. I don't know if they're actually meat because we found meat pies growing on a plant in the woods, with mushrooms and meats and a giant mountain of pilaf.
Given that Vale Crossing is built of peoples from so many different planes of existences, times, and even just different places within the same plane of existence, there's a variety of food we found here. So you start picking this up. Zinnia helps you, and like you said, you are still made of wood. You have your newly painted wings, I assume, still affixed on your back. And as Zinnia grabs the last little to-go container and takes some in,
And the hand, kind of the dragon claw takes it from her and floats there.
and we see Kieren walking down the path your direction.
Kieran's just gonna kind of slowly walk up, not even trot, because he's seeing this little interaction. And as he gets a little bit closer, he'll stop in front of the two of you and just be like, "Cute. Who's your friend?"
Thank fuck. These are very heavy. Here, take some of this. And she unloads the skewers into his arms.
Oh,
He's gonna just take the bags from Wraught and probably Zinnia and look down at her and go, "Thanks for whatever is going on here. If you could give me a second to talk to my sister."
of course. Well, I see you're in good hands.
My Wraught, Kai is I would say my other half, but he's my other third.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. Zinnia, nice to meet you, guys. Of course.
Well,
Zinnia
I-
yelled at me.
That's not hard.
She had it coming. I'll give you your space. Have a good night, Ron.
You too. Oh, here. And she's going to pull one of the kebabs out of the container and hand it to her.
I was going to ask for one, but I didn't want to be rude. Oh, thank you.
As she walks away, Kai's gonna like waggle his eyebrows at Wraught. A couple very pointed and animated facial expressions.
You said you wanted to talk, not make faces at me.
That's true. Were you heading back?
Yeah, I figured I had to bring a peace offering. I'm just... Oh, God. It was very... Let's talk and walk. Oh, God, this is terrible.
Before you start doing the walking part of the talk and walk, we don't have to stay. You know that, right? If this is causing too much grief, I know at the start you were staying for my sake because I like people. And I liked a lot of them. I do. But I like you guys more. And if it's causing you grief, this whole situation, I would drop them in a second. You know that, right? I don't care otherwise. If it makes you uncomfortable to be here, we don't have to stay. And you should not stay because I like their company. I want you guys, you and Melon, to be happy over my own weird social skills that I got over the two of you, because it's not fair that I got the heart part and you got the brain. But if it's causing you a headache, I would risk the heartache for it. We do not have to stay if it makes you unhappy.
I think it's very strange that it did make me that unhappy for a bit. And I had to think about it. Ever since we went to that strange realm, that dark realm with those terrible people, I feel like I carried something out with me. This festering parasite. And it's been making me feel everything too much. Everything's been feeling too loud and too big. And you know me, I don't do the friendship emotion thing. But all of a sudden I wanted to. And it was horrible. And I cared a lot. And I don't know why. And I think what I needed to do was have a little hissy fit and get it out of my system. And I feel better now. And I feel less now. And what I realize, and as she's talking, they're walking with the packages of food, is that what other people isn't dependent on me. If Otto wants to be angry and upset, that's his own emotional journey to go on. It's not dependent on me. I'm going to go on my own tiny emotional journey, which is learning how to feel emotions, which apparently I do now.
A lot of it seems to be anger, but I'm tracking. So you're on this journey for yourself and, to get a house and wizard rewards at the end, of course.
I mean, one day I want to live forever, but understanding taxes and getting a house first is kind of, on the to-do list.
That's fair. But I just want to make sure that you know that you don't have to make yourself be nice or make friends just because you think that I want to be friends with them. Because first and foremost, regardless of how much I like other people in this group, you and Melon are my first priorities here. And nothing will ever change that.
I'm going to reach out, and since his hands are full, I'm going to grab his super long, wispy tail and kind of swing it like it is a hand. And go,
and wrap up her spindly little arm.
I love myself.
Same.
And the two of you arrive at the door to Thistlehold.
What is a room that you can never...
Mushroom, for the love of God, does it have to be cremini or button?
Wine cap.
Ooh, like that one.
Do you have to ask it to the same person twice in one day?
Do you have roasted mushrooms in here? There are mushrooms in here. Kai's gonna rummage through and see if there's a mushroom kebab probably in there. And if there is, he's gonna if there's something that looks like a mouth on this door, put it in the mouth that's been asking them the questions just so it can enjoy mushrooms.
Just as the knocker on the door is grumbling to himself. And it just sits there in the metal mouth of this thing, because it's just a knocker. It doesn't have a digestive system, doesn't have an esophagus, so it just kind of... And the door opens.
Maybe he'll get some flavor from it or something.
And
Question, if you feed him spicy things, will it become a spicy door knocker?
That or the house turns into a giant toadstool.
That'd be great.
So the two of you re-enter. By the time you get back to the main room here in Thistlehold, the living room area on the first floor, Elkhorn is asleep, passed out, just sitting in front of one of the easy chairs that is in here, head just back on it. Tankard still in hand.
If he even wakes up in the morning, I'm gonna be surprised because, adventure opportunity, but oh boy, it's gonna be one hell of a hangover.
I'll use prestidigitation to make my voice quite loud so that it reaches every floor of the house and go, "Hey kids, come get your food and your apology."
You probably hear a very loud clattering from upstairs. Like pots falling over.
Oh man, that's totally the wrong cupboard.
No, food downstairs, go, now.
Oh, no!
Ah!
As this almost finished meal they've been working on up here is immediately forgotten by Melon, just running
Oh no,
downstairs.
Ethan, don't worry. I rolled a performance check with disadvantage for the hands. Oh, you want to guess what I got?
Nat 1, please, a nat 1.
Oh no, I have a +1 modifier. It was a 3.
Yeah, it seems right. I don't think
I
Melon
would
has been
abandon this.
Coming down a cloud of smoke.
that much,
Yes.
Bodhi. This has been a mostly you thing.
Well, yeah, and points at the food. Is unsafe, I'm pretty sure. So you would dare not. Yo.
Gideon.
And clatters down the stairs.
Gideon looks at you, Otto, where the two of you gone back downstairs to your workshop here just in this interim time. And he looks up at you. You think that means me too?
Of course, bud. Can you eat things?
Oh,
Do you eat
no,
like plant
absolutely
food
not.
or you?
Definitely not.
Oh,
But said everybody, so I didn't know if I was.
yeah. That means
one
you.
of the bodies.
Yeah. Of course, you're a body, so that means everybody, and that means you too.
Okay.
All right. No, come here.
Begins to jump
stop.
up the steps
Nope.
one at a time.
Don't. I can carry you up there.
I got it. I got this. It's all right.
All right. Okay. You want me to get the door?
That would be very appreciated. Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. Opens door.
And so those of you on the first floor, once everyone comes down, you see as the door opens, because this takes Gideon a little bit, he would be the last one to get here, along with Otto, as the door to the newly formed basement opens, and Gideon, the awakened shrub, jumps up onto the main floor, followed shortly by Otto.
I don't recall if Melon has actually seen Gideon yet. Oh. Yeah, 'cause
You
I
have.
thought he always that I've always been like in a separate room.
You kind of just think he's just a regular shrub. You haven't really.
Oh,
If
I
it's
haven't
not
heard.
an edible, then you know. I chalk it up as that. Here's my plant child.
Hi.
Hello, plant child.
Like, shifts its gaze towards you, Otto, plant child.
Pretty sure you are my child of some sort. You can't. Well, I hatched you. You were an acorn in my. You were in. You. I put you down, then you grew into what you are now, and then you talked, and now it's my responsibility as your dad. It's a lot of responsibility, but you're a moonfire, so there you go.
I'm Gideon Moonfire?
Correct. Yes, you are.
I'm Gideon Moonfire. Who are you?
Me, I'm Melon.
Melon, do you prefer this voice?
Or this voice. I'm taking votes.
Wait, I'm gonna lead her. You're allowed to change your voice?
What,
You can't change yours?
Anytime you want.
Are we glossing over the fact that we just witnessed the seeds and the nuts talk?
Well,
Yes.
they do that.
Yes, we are. Because I'm not ready to have that type of conversation with him right now. Please, God, don't.
That's not the baggage.
Wait. You didn't know that plants talk?
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they talk all the time.
Of course plants talk.
Food time! Food time!
Oh yeah,
Food time.
Rob, what you got?
Kai, why don't you go put it down on the table? Okay. Or you can just drop it
No,
right there.
Kai drops him on the table.
And I'm going to stand up as tall as I can, which at this point, because I've grown 2 inches in the last 48 hours, thanks to being aged 10 years, I'm going to click my little heel spurs together and drop into like a 90-degree bow with her wings spread out. I'm going to go, I'm sorry. for lashing out. It won't happen again. It was immature and emotional and unbecoming of me. And I've learned my lesson and had my outburst. And next time, if there is next time, I lash out against you all. You have my permission to put me down.
And just like that, guys, that's how you put the power of journaling into practice. Through reflection and analysis to move forward in a positive pattern as opposed to the conditions that you've held yourself to in the past. That right there's the shit. That's it. You're the shit, Wraught. And he lights up his joint.
I'm going to open my hand for the joint.
Oh. Here you go.
And tonight I'm going to journal about my feelings.
That is so sexy right now. You're focused on your mental health and growth. It's so nice. That's journaling, guys.
Thanks, Bodhi. I need to hear that. I need somebody to appreciate me.
He looks.
She takes like a really deep drag that goes instantly out of her ears because there's just a hole and no lungs.
Well, right. It's very. I got feelings. You guys talk now. I just stand here.
Do we need to leave?
Nope, please don't do that. I do not know what to do once that happens.
Both of you take 2 luck.
You look like a little smokestack right there. All right.
When he says that, I'm going to take my claw and poke holes in both of my nostrils because they're clogged up with wood so that it comes out of there too.
Just like this wood booger that you just push out as you clear it.
I'm an incense burner for weed.
That's the best kind, honestly.
I think I've seen the dragon nostril incense burner. I'm pretty sure this exists.
I owned the dragon nostril incense burner.
Fantastic.
Well,
Did Wraught...
honestly, I'm quite surprised, but apology accepted.
Your healing journey is your journey, not mine. You let me know what you need, and if I can give it to you, I will. And if I'm not willing, I'll let you know.
That's fair. First things first. Lifts his arm up. Kai, thank you. For breaking the
Thank Wraught, I just carried it. Oh, the mirror. Yeah. Not gonna let you die. Regardless of how much you can be a pain in the ass sometimes with, like, making Wraught pissed off, I'm not gonna let you die. Or whatever the fuck would have happened to you. I wasn't gonna risk that shit.
Again, fair enough. And Melon, thank you for getting me out of the chair. Well, the mimic thing. Didn't know chairs
yeah,
had
did
sticky
do that.
bottoms.
God, I hate mimics. It's like, what are they, furniture or alive? Just pick one.
But yeah, this is hard for me. But like I said beforehand, we all have a job to do, and that's what I'm focusing on right now.
I'm really proud of you for being honest with your feelings because just on the outside, all the shit I've seen and heard, I can't imagine what you could be feeling right now. And I'm really proud of you for taking ownership of that, man.
It's like a walking nightmare that I have every night, but then I have to see it every day. So I don't get a break.
Fuck.
But it's okay to say that.
Yeah.
But I know, like we said before, that you guys are trying to do better. And I recognize the work that you've done so far since we've been here. It hurts more because I do value you guys as friends, and you're all three pretty cool. But I gotta work through this in some form or fashion. But like I said, we have a job to do, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna save this realm, get it back to normal, and then whatever's left and how I feel at the end of this, we'll finish this shit out. If it even means going out back and hashing out that way. But right now, we're together, we're here, and we have to save these people. Simple as that. We do good work together, and that's what I really want to highlight.
Well, okay, fine. I gotta say this, but he puts his hands together. I'm really proud of the way that this group of misfits is managing their personal struggles as well as the burdens and struggles of those around them. I'm really proud of this group. And he puts both of his hands in the air, like for like dual high fives.
Guy's gonna give him the high five, and as soon as he does, he's gonna be like, guess what? Yours is gonna be coming soon too. Don't think we've forgotten about you.
Ah, you're doing hilarious. Yeah, anybody else besides you want a high five? Yeah.
Elkhorn just kind of wakes up, just puts his hand up for the high five.
Yeah, drunk guy.
Back to sleep.
Speaking of this strange man, who's gonna take it?
Take him where?
Where does it live?
Oh, no, it doesn't live here. They came here from where we live, and he lost his whole party. I told you guys about this.
Yeah, but no, where does it go now?
The couch, or the floor. Maybe the floor.
I'm
And Gizzy
pretty-
barfs.
Into our personal space, our sacred realm of solitude, our place of personal growth. Yeah, absolutely fine. Invite that strange man in.
I'm pretty sure he was living at the bar otherwise, so Bodhi. And he's gonna put on, like, the big kitten eye face as much as he possibly can. Are you just gonna let him live at the bar? This poor man who lost his whole party.
Damn this bleeding heart!
Kai, weren't
course
you living
not.
at a bar?
That's different. I was getting paid.
Well, you gotta
But
worry.
just as drunk.
He can stay, but you gotta water him.
Deal.
Fuck. If I end up cleaning up, and you just see him walk away upstairs to the kitchen, he lights his joint as smoke trails behind him. I swear to God, if I end up having to take care of this fucking guy.
Bodhi, I got a mixed salad if you want any. Because there's
I'm
a lot
not
of smoke.
hungry!
There's a lot of smoke coming out of the kitchen.
I'm fine! Don't worry about it!
I don't think that's how you take care of humans. I think you're pretty sure you gotta give them more food
He's a
than-
dwarf, though. How do you take care of dwarves? I think you water them with beer.
After some clanging, Bodhi comes down the stairs and he just haphazardly throws a sandwich, which unfurls itself onto this man's chest. That's a start.
Did you say you threw a sandwich?
Yep.
Elkhorn's eye, like one of his eyes, opens a little bit. Oh, that sounds actually really good. And sits up, sets the
Didn't we
tankard.
cure this man of his drunkenness last time? Or did he get re-drunk?
And
I thought someone
got
gave him
re-drunk.
the endless wine.
You did.
Yeah.
You gave him the cask.
Oh, fuck, I gave him my
Even
endless wine
more.
cask.
but he just starts eating the sandwich.
Okay.
Well, I got dinner for the rest of us, so why don't we enjoy that before we go deal with some goblins in the usual way we deal with goblins. Tomorrow, it'll be
You all
great.
should get in here before I finish these kebabs.
Jesus Christ. Except the fantasy version of Jesus Christ.
There is a knock.
Bodhi, can you get that? My hands are greasy.
Of course, yeah, got it. Hello and welcome. And he blows his smoke over his shoulder.
You open the door, and there is Will. Oh, hey, Bodhi. Nice place.
Yeah. I know. He just gave it to us. Come on in, man.
The door knocker asked me what kind of room. What? Like,
Not important. Come
I
on
couldn't make
in.
it all
Don't
out,
want
but
you to
I
really.
think
It's
there's-
fine.
Someone put something in the mouth. Okay. And
Wait, there's something in the mouth?
It's a mushroom. Hey.
And Bodhi, takes it like he's ripping off a super secret post-it that someone left on the door. Oh, man, fucking. Can't just be broadcasting that stuff.
The door
Yeah,
knocker
and he pops the
stretches
mushroom.
its mouth a little bit after you take it out.
Oh, yeah, probably feels a lot better. And he goes, right, just like a little playful fish to the cheek. There you go, buddy. And then he pops the mushroom in his mouth. Will, are you hungry?
Oh, I wouldn't mind something for the road. I'm probably going
I'll
to
get you a
be
sandwich.
heading back to the Grove. I talked with the mayor. Everything sounds like it sounds like a pretty good place, and anyone who wants to come here is free to.
Even the people who aren't happy to come here should. These are very dangerous times. I don't know how hard I can impress that upon you.
I mean, dealt with most of it, but
No, they pop up constantly.
right. I'll get back and I'm not going to force anyone. They were just forced to be somewhere. Not going to do that. But I'll let them know what the situation is and try to convince as many as I can. And if Little Oak chooses to come here, then the Grove is unprotected. So, I'm probably going to be hitting the road now. It's getting a little late, but I should get there too long.
Do you want somebody to go with you?
Oh, no, that's all right. You've done enough. Please, don't worry about me. I got this, but thank you all. I don't know when I'll see you all again. So, just in case I don't, thank you. Not just for them, but for me too. A lot of very wrong things. And you will help me just try to undo some of them. They'll never change what I did, but at least I can start moving in a different direction now, thanks to you.
Otto hops down off the stool that he's sitting on and goes over and hugs Will.
Hugs you back.
While you guys hug, Bodhi just quietly shuffles off to the kitchen, comes back with a sandwich just wrapped in cloth, and hands it to him. Be safe
You
out
too.
here. And don't forget to journal about anything that comes up in your mind.
Good advice.
It's helped me.
And burn it when you're done so that nobody can, know your secrets.
Also good advice. Thank you all. Sincerely. I'm gonna go start to get things moving. Have a good night.
Let's give the boy a hand. And I'm going to pop mine off my wrist and kind of wave it around.
That's a little grotesque. I kind of like the
Bodhi
dark humor,
claps.
though. He says his goodbyes and... Oh. Is there anything else anyone wants to do or say this evening? Could we jump to the next?
When we eat, I cast prestidigitation to make the food taste even better. Like I did them a big favor.
Okay.
Oh, Bodhi, there's something in your room when you go upstairs. It's got your name on it.
Like a delivery?
Yeah,
That's fucking weird.
I put it there.
Oh, you put it there. Oh, okay, cool. Like a present, kind of.
3 meat things are stuck in his cheek. Yeah, present.
Sweet.
And he grabs a bite of whatever the fuck and just runs up to his room.
Is it the purple pants?
Most for the pants that he asked for. But we got them.
Those are gonna clash so badly with this shell color.
Bodhi, you
What do you-
run up to the 4th floor of Thistlehold, where the sleeping quarters are, into your room with the mushrooms growing and painted on the walls, the little stuffed owl there on your bed, and there is a package there wrapped on your bed with your name on it. As you open it, it is the pants that you... Would you like to describe these pants?
The pants that I ordered are linen pants. He's not too flashy, so all one color seems to be not what he wants. But there are pops of color. He's got different cordings and braidings and trim along the bottom of the pants, as well as the waistband. He's got a braided belt with a ring on it, iron style, dangling off the side just to keep them up. The cording is variant greens, deep ones, light ones, and then you have lilacs, and deep purples, and even a little bit of violet, interweaving itself into the braiding style. And there are big pockets.
And
Oh, I'm a beautiful princess.
And he fans it out from the pockets in front of his little owlbear. Do you see, Juniper? And he does a little twirl to where the belt kind of twirls around him, and he just kind of smiles at the little owlbear, and then realizes what he's doing and kind of
This time I had new pants.
and he pats it gently on the head and then goes downstairs to show his friend.
Probably down there. Considering I've now noticed that Wraught hasn't been eating anything. Like, Wraught, you gotta get to enjoy some too.
Melon, I'm made of wood.
Let's fix that.
I don't need you to fix it.
Come
It's
on,
fine.
come on,
I don't
come on.
know. I'm
Put
fine.
your-
It's fine.
put your thumb and
Other
finger
people are
together.
cursed. Other people are cursed.
You
Like,
are
look,
too.
Gromp's made of wood too.
Yeah, but I make this look
We'll get
good.
to Gromp next.
Better than me?
Right. Come on. We're just friends here. We don't have to lie. Look at me.
Fine, you look great made of wood. It's mostly because of the fake beard, though.
I also just missed the shimmer of the scales.
All right, fine. But I was enjoying having no stomach.
Evil will be gone. I'm attempting to remove curse on Wraught.
could you please make me a spellcasting check? So D20 plus your spellcasting modifier.
physical fine or no?
Physical's totally fine.
Okay. Ooh, that's real good. That's a 22.
The DC
That's an
was
18 plus 3.
The DC was 15. So, with the use of curse, how does I know the hand gesture that, like, is there any aura or anything else in the
Not
vision
much,
that
but
happens?
what really happens is it's kind of similar to how the bark skin effect finally ending. But with this, it feels more like it's being forced off. It doesn't feel it.
And just like
It's like it splinters off.
huge chunks of the wood come breaking off as like something coming out of a mold. Wraught shakes the last of the splinters off, and you look down and see shimmering scaled hand.
Oh, I'm gonna miss the paint.
What the rest of you do see is that Wraught's wings are not the color that they were before the curse. They are the same color that they were then painted while wood.
At least I can drink now, right?
Yeah, you do that. Also, nice new wings.
What?
Your wings.
As you reach over and like pull your wings so that you can see it.
Huh. They're an oil slick kind of color changing black. At least the membranes are. And it depends on what angle you look at them in and what the light is that is falling on them. And they completely change color every time.
Hey guys, you gotta look at.
No, they don't.
Whoa! Right!
As he barrels down the stairs, you just hear him yelling from upstairs as he comes
Oh,
down.
Bodhi, there's some momentum. There's some momentum. And she jumps out of the way.
Wow! Wow! I wasn't even gone that long.
And he goes to kind of touch your wing and then kind of pulls back before he makes contact.
Consent is very important. This is
You
very
can
cool. How did you?
And looks over at Melon.
Is this a?
It just hard to play. It removes curses.
Is you thing? Put it up here, buddy.
And it goes,
Whoop.
yeah!
Straight through. Do
Congratulatory
you smack
hits.
my face or no? Because
No,
it
I
goes
did not
through.
Smack your face. Wait, what?
It goes through.
Slapping your hand, not your face.
You
Yep.
can't.
His hands
Oh,
cannot hold or touch anything right now.
Right through.
So,
As it goes right through, he goes,
Oh, yeah.
he slaps his own hands for the sound, which I realized I'm on push to talk and I could not accurately. Let me see if I can.
We got one in there.
That's awesome, my guy. Wow. I forgot.
Almost. Wow. And he kind of just blushes a little bit as he looks at Wraught.
Pants.
Great pants, Bodhi.
Thank you, Otto. I feel really fancy.
Elkhorn, still with like a quarter of the sandwich left.
Oh, I remember you now. Talked with you at the tavern, yeah?
How many drinks did you have between then and now?
Right. I don't think it's necessarily healthy for me to keep track of that, but if you?
Well, we're here to fix the thing we talked about because we have some time until we can move on. So you're pathetic, and we're going to make you less sad.
He's actually gonna have to do a lot of inner work, but no, in the moment. Got it.
Sure, how hard in there, but we're going to
That's
try
your
to-
emotional journey, not mine.
Why do I feel like that's something you've said? She said, I say that.
She has said it before. Mouth still full.
Giant dragon teeth smile.
Fair enough either way. But you're going to try to find Strongheart then. I can deal with a little bit of spice.
And I think we all have our food, which tastes better than it should because I'm casting prestidigitation to flavor a non-living material.
Yep, that's totally fair. So, is there anything else anyone is to do this evening? Is about 9 or 10 o'clock at this point.
Bodhi, do you have an extra pen?
In
Well.
No, but you can have my primary one. I just use it for doodles.
Then what do you use to journal?
Human blood. Just kidding, it's that.
I mean, I could journal with turtle blood if you give me some.
Jesus Christ, right? No. God.
You started it!
Okay, are you just trying to play coyly and then you went to level 10 and I'm still down here at level 2?
I
so
thought that was the level we were at, but okay.
It's okay, I'm just underperforming. Yeah, you can borrow it, but I'll need it back before
The turtle blood or the pen?
You can have the blood as long as you want, but the pen.
No!
I don't know what she
Buy
sends you.
Oberon, I guess. Just give me the pen.
Okay. Then he passes you the pen, laughing to himself.
And tell me I'm pretty.
Well, you already know you're pretty, so I'm going to tell you that you're gorgeous, because maybe you don't know that yet.
Okay, that's good too.
And you're apparently a very good fisherman.
What?
Nothing. Fishing for them compliments, girl.
And he sachets.
Kai is gagging in the background.
I'm gonna make a soup out of him.
Fantastic.
You want him in your mouth that much?
I will
Jesus.
kill you and I won't feel anything bad about it.
Kai runs.
So, oh dear God, how did it go so far so fast? The evening comes to a close. Next day.
I journal for part of the night about my feelings. And then I fall asleep in my chair and the book falls on the floor.
Otto.
After everyone kind of goes upstairs, Otto grabs some of the Wraught puppet shell and keeps it. And he goes upstairs.
Anything from anyone else?
I'm gonna try and finish off what I was trying to cook. I'm gonna just go eat it.
That sounds like a constitution
fried
check.
rice.
I'll just let you
It's
describe.
mostly overcooked.
Yep. But better to not let it go to waste. And so the evening comes to a close. Next day, you all awaken in your individual rooms. The day is yours. What?
Otto is now awake. He checks on Gideon. Gideon for Bush snores, which I think he picked that up from me.
If
But
you,
Gideon goes
if you knew what your own snore sounded like, you would have that confirmation. You would have that suspicion absolutely confirmed because it is his imitation of it.
Damn, I'm loud. But Otto goes to open package he got. Otto looks back. Doesn't have eyes, but looks like he's facing a different direction. Takes off the remnants of the battle-torn clothes that are from Agden's group, because my clothes are gone. I've been wearing Agden's shit the entire time. Tosses them to the side and opens up Otto's new outfit. Bear with me, because it's bad for me to describe things, so just vivid.
You got this.
All right. So at first, he takes out the pants. It's like enough athletic material. It stretches for growth, and puts it on. And his next part is he puts the shirt on, and it's an athletic style. So there's handholds in the sleeves, so it kind of sits like that. And he then has like this really cool jerkin with a trail on the back of it. He puts it on, snaps it up, and then puts the other armor pieces that he had, the leather armor pieces that he had, back on. A shoulder guard for when he uses his bow, and slides on archery gloves to where it's the two fingers that are there where he's holding it, and on this side, so it's more fit for an archer. And the colors are emerald green with gold lacing or gold trim. It does look regal, but it also looks like everyday wear. And on the breast right here is that symbol that you saw on the cape that I use of the Moonfire Harengon head with the horns and the crown horn. And Otto goes to grab the cape that he got and throws it on, and it transforms into this side cape where the buckle is here, so it frees up his arms to be able to move. And yeah. Oh, and he also has he has feet things, not shoes, but like what dancers wear with their toes are out, and so now he has those
Kinda
on
like
as well. So
foot wraps.
foot wrappings, yeah, that.
Not it.
So yeah, there we go.
Awesome. Wraught.
Since I don't sleep much as a general rule, just enough to get a long rest, I guess, just sitting there thinking about my life and my choices. Before anybody comes down to the general milling about area, which is where I kind of fell asleep in my chair with my journal. God, gag. I'd like to slip out the front door and go to the tailor that Otto and Bodhi visited while I waited outside before we went to the spa.
Absolutely. So, how early are you getting out?
Probably sunrise, hoping that that's when they open, or at least that's when somebody might show up to work on commissions.
So you walk through the streets of Vale Crossing. There's still dew.
And I feel pretty good while I'm walking through. I'm like, I've got skin on. I've got shiny new wings. I feel okay about myself. For the first time in a while.
The dew on the many plants here in Vale Crossing still glistens. The early morning sun. Make your way back up to Blackberry Row. is part of Vale Crossing, and then to Fey Fabrics, where there are beautiful window displays on mannequins set up here, and the sign is currently set to open.
I'll walk on in.
You walk inside. It's very apparent to you as you walk in that while they are open because someone is here, they are not necessarily predicting much business at this time of day, as it takes about 45 seconds for someone to emerge from the back around the clothing in here. It's
I'll peruse the
beautiful.
fabric bolts.
Beautiful. And a young man in a very sharp, very dandyish style suit in bright colors and different contrasting patterns steps out. Yes, how can I help you?
Hello. My siblings and I are traveling to Yawn shortly. And I'd like to commission some warm clothes.
If warm clothes are all you need, we have a number of pre-made items that might be suitable to your needs. Or would they need to be...
We are not exactly the average size, nor shape. So I don't think off the rack is going to work.
Very well. Goes and grabs a clipboard with a pen and says, "Let's talk."
And as we talk, I'm going to use 2 charges of disguise self to transform myself into Kai to the exact measurements, and to transform myself into Melon for the exact measurements.
Take a luck point. I love that. As Sebastian here.
And Gromp could have off the shelf.
Yep.
I've got a different idea for Bodhi.
Feels right. So takes the measurements of all 3 of you, and as you continue...
And I tell him exactly kind of what I want for each of the 3 of us, which I'll describe once they're done.
And he is you can tell that fashion is his passion, and he has a number of ideas.
It's utility, not looks, keep in mind.
You do have to remind him of that a few times as he spitballs ideas.
I love 1,000 buckles, but how long will it take me to get off?
Well, if they were purely for display and didn't actually buckle anything, then maybe no harm in it.
Yes, and how cold do they get in -1,000?
Very well. And
like, how deep are the pockets for snacks?
so gets those 3...
1 million pockets.
Gets the measurements of those 3 and the details. What else?
Off the rack for Gromp.
Got it. For the off the rack, it is 50 gold for the full winter gear. And
I've been giving Gromp everything else of mine. Why not my money?
The customs of each of the winter gear that you're doing, each of these 3, the quoted cost is 75 gold each. If you need to rush it, he can make it a clean 90 each and have it done.
That's fine.
A day.
Yep, 90 each in a day, because that's about how much time we have.
Got it? Just so you know, like mechanically, what those do, in addition to the narrative aspect, the wearer will automatically succeed on any saving throws against extreme cold.
I don't know if Otto picked up a winter cloak. I know that he got new clothes.
That's fair.
But me as Wraught, because he did not style them for us, does not know if he picked up a winter cloak. I'm going to buy him a winter cloak, rabbit-sized, because I don't know. Because I have a different plan for Bodhi because he's so large, and his plants. So I have a plan for Bodhi, but I'm going to buy Otto a winter cloak because I don't know if he has one.
Okay. So if you're going for the same, again, winter clothing, like aesthetically a cloak, but mechanically that's
It's a cloak, but it has pockets for his ears in the hood.
Got it. So I just have a little bit of a mechanical question. What you're looking to purchase, is it purely aesthetic, or are you looking for the mechanical benefit item of
I want the mechanical benefit with a little bit of style.
Oh, style is free. I just wanted to know so I knew
Style's free!
I just wanted to know so I knew what to charge you,
Yes, no, I want the mechanical benefit,
then
and you can charge
50.
me for it.
And that's another 50. And
I'm poor now.
was there anything else I could do for you?
Nothing I can think of except do good work in a short amount of time.
Thank you so much for your business, your patronage. I will have this done for you within a day. And he walks you to the door, and as he opens it with one hand, with his other hand, he flips the sign to closed.
Such a delight. I'll like tap his chin with just the very tip of my tail like a little flirt as I walk out.
Thank you for your business. What about the rest of you?
Hey, are there any leftovers from dinner last night?
Did you leave any leftovers from dinner last night?
No.
I can answer that question because Kai's going to go out to the bakery and see about getting some breakfast for everybody.
Get kolaches.
Which bakery? Like the...
I'm trying to remember her name. It's been long enough.
the one that Ilsa owns?
Yeah, Ilsa. Thank you. Yes, if she's still there, because I know she was going to the court.
You arrive at the exterior where the enchanted oven was. The sign no longer hangs. The inside, a lot of the same fixtures are there. She wasn't taking her oven. It is still a bakery inside. But the place looks closed.
I'll knock anyways, just to see what happens.
You knock. Respond.
I still have the basket of food that she gave us, which is the equivalent of the hero's feast, right? Does that last
Yes.
24 hours?
Heroes
Yeah, I'll
feast?
actually hold on to that. So, yeah, I'll hold on to that. I'll go by the other fucker's bakery and, stare him down while I'm getting baked goods of, you owe me this, fucko. You tried to poison my shit.
To answer your question, yes, Heroes Feast does last 24 hours. And so, yeah, you go to the other baker's shop, Hansel's shop.
Slam open the door guess what?
As
You owe me for trying to sabotage my shit. I'm here for kolaches.
And Hansel, as you slam the door to the Philosopher's Scone open, just looks at you, and there's this pause where the two of you just stare each other down. And,
May I roll an intimidation check, please?
oh, please do.
With my extra large dice. Dirty 20. 17 plus 3.
He actually rolled really well, but his bonus is not as high as yours. So, you The two of you just stare each other down for a second, and there's like a breeze that goes across the interior here, just until
A tumbleweed rolls through.
yeah, until he grumbles in assent.
What do you want?
Kolaches.
Anything?
Extra jalapeno for half of them. And some croissants.
Gonna have to make a few of those custom.
But he starts whipping it up for you. For each item, that is 5 silver pieces. And he does include a complimentary philosopher's scone, the staple here. A scone with bacon, cheese, green onion, hot peppers.
I'll try it. Like, as he's handing stuff over. Is it delicious?
It is pretty good.
Kai's gonna swallow a little bit of pride. These are fucking good. Gotta hand it to you. If your sous chef hadn't been a little bitch. Excellent competition.
Soup chef.
Soup chef, yes.
Not his fault. It was my idea. I knew I couldn't beat Ilsa. I mean, have you tried? Well, of course you have. Stupid. But
Well, hang on. Ilsa got great, because she also had some great ingredients. She was willing to make that effort. But that doesn't mean you should be disqualified. And I know that I've been, like, cultivating some mushrooms on Bodhi's back, so I probably have a hummingbrella mushroom in my pocket.
Sure, yeah.
And I would like to give him one.
And you set this down.
If you want to give it a try.
I can at least try with one. Where'd you get this?
A lot of hard work. Way deep in the forest, but a little goes a long way.
Well, no wonder she won. You're willing to go through all that trouble just to get her an ingredient for the bake-off. She deserved it.
Maybe next time.
Next time.
And he finishes bagging up everything that you ordered, passes it over to you.
He'll get a couple more scones for the road.
That's cool. We'll call it 4 gold for all that. What about the rest of you? Odie?
You said the day was ours, right?
The day is yours.
Buddy doesn't want to do shit. He's not even gonna leave. He's gonna take himself in the front yard and sit under a tree and suck into his shell and knock him out all day. You just gonna
You do have to come out all day. We have
No!
to save a dwarf's party.
No, I don't want to do it. Okay, fine. Well, you never little nap?
Knock, 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 knock.
Before Wraught does remind you of that, you come outside, settle down, and just sit and watch the town.
That's all he wants to do. He wants to ground himself in the reason why we keep pushing the way that we keep pushing. We're not from here. We don't have any stake in this. But it's these people, it's this place. And he wants to appreciate that for a second.
Town goes about its day in front of you. Who of those of you who went out do you think would arrive back at Thistlehold first? As the two...
If we arrive back, it's going to be within about 5 minutes of each other, but probably me first because I left much earlier.
Got it. Well, before we get to that, Otto, After you have finished getting dressed, come downstairs, and I think you notice Melon poking around the kitchen. Elkhorn is still asleep in the living room. Don't see anyone else at this moment.
Alright, well, after I got the house to myself, Otto's going to go back into the basement. But while he's going down there, he's trying to remember the face or the thing he saw when he was at the hag's house. That shape. He's going to try and sketch it out downstairs, of just trying to, through his memory of just the faintness.
To
that
which
he
face
saw.
are you referring?
The face when I used my first cleric spell. You said that I had saw an image out of the corner of my eye.
Got it. Alright.
And just ponders like, you looked like Robin, but I couldn't have been her. Ooh, wrong character. I mean, it couldn't have been her. She's back at the carnival. But Feywild's playing tricks, which Feywild does play tricks. But I got these new abilities now, and he puts the pen or the pencil down and kind of looks at his hands and kind of cracks his fingers a little bit and snaps his fingers, and his hands catch on fire. Huh. And why do you would think fire would turn red? Because, flames are red. These are like a weird green flame. I don't think that's right. And then he turns it back off. Yeah. So I don't know where these came from. So if the Feywild provides, like always, I got new abilities because of the Feywild. So hey, thanks, mystery person, whoever you are. Just trying to help save this place. So thanks for the new abilities.
And you just have this quiet moment of reflection upon this new experience and connection. Wraught?
As I get back to the house and see Bodhi sucked into his shell, I'm gonna walk up and give him a tap tap with my toes.
Let's hold on to
I'll
that
wait.
because
I just
Lauren
realized
disappeared.
that
So
Bodhi
actually,
is a wall.
so
You are
really
correct.
quick, that's a perfect opportunity to take a quick break, our first break of the evening. So let's go ahead, 5 or 7 minutes, and then we can pick back up with that interaction right there. We will be back, friends. We are back. Otto, as you were sitting here contemplating this sketch of a memory. Your room is kind of decorated in this like rage graffiti kind of style in here. Oh, but you were down in the workshop, that's correct. So, as you were down here contemplating this, you hear the sound of rustling leaves. And as you're looking around, Gideon, wasn't me.
Hello? Someone there? Why would I hear leaves in the basement? And checks to see if the door's open. It's not. Huh. Okay.
And we cut to Bodhi outside, watching the town, watching the people here in Vale Crossing. And just grounding yourself. You hear the door of Thistlehold not far from where you're seated open. And Melon, you come out.
Wait, Ethan.
Yes?
I can't open the door. Is there a front window I can maybe go under instead?
That is a very fine point. And
Buddy, break your own curse.
So nope,
I'm begging you.
You do not hear the door. Could you please make me, just for fun, an athletics check here? I wouldn't normally make you do this, but you're trying to climb out of a window without the use of your hands. So...
I have a +7.
You do.
But that still only equals out to a 10.
10? Alright, so you don't fall, but you do make a bit of noise. So instead of the door, Bodhi, you just hear the landing of Melon as he steps and slightly falls his way out of this window.
Bodhi's hearing the thud, scoops his head up from its meditative position, puts both hands on each knee and kind of rocks onto one hip to turn around and look. Morning, I think.
Time of day, yes.
What you doing?
Catnap.
I do like a good cat nap.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Nap.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay, so why did you come from in there to come out here? Are you napping out here or are you going back in to nap and you just need to tell somebody about it?
It's warm out here.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And he pats his hand in the grass next to him. There's room.
He's probably just going to stay splayed out right where he fell.
Honestly, respect.
Even if there was just like a little garden under there, it's like, nah. This is my spot now.
Got a stick that's just digging into your lower back a little bit, but you're...
I'm going to make it comfortable.
Yep. About this time, Wraught, you come walking back to Thistlehold and see on the left-hand side of the street that you're walking in a like small micro park, just this area of grass and clover with flower beds and a large tree that provides shade over it, Bodhi. And on the right-hand side where Thistlehold is, you almost didn't notice him really at first, but you notice that the plants in the flower bed outside are kind of flattened, and then you see Melon lying there.
Very him, and there's no way of telling who she's talking about.
So, what are we doing, y'all?
I'm gonna go over to Bodhi and give him a tap tap with my toes.
Welcome home.
Thank you. Are you busy?
Nope. Time is a construct. Just chilling.
I don't know how to respond to that. Is it because you're old or because I have no concept of time?
And he uses his hands to press on his thighs and pretty effortlessly gets up for his size and age.
Well, I guess that depends on where you're standing, I think. But I think it's probably
Right here.
well, clearly it's a little column A, and gestures towards you, and little column B for booty.
Charming.
Hmm.
Bodhi, what languages do you speak?
I speak go person. No, I speak Sylvan. Sorry, it's rude.
I
It's
also
changed
speak
over
Sylvan.
time.
Do you speak any other language?
Nope, just normal people language. And I can understand fish bubbles sometimes, but that's rare. Depending on where you are, the dialect is quite confusing.
Canon. Bodhi can talk to certain fish.
Depending on where they're from.
I mean, didn't he talk to one of the fish at the frog place?
I'll talk to every fucking
Yeah.
fish. I don't care.
The octopus, yeah.
Bodhi,
Why?
I'm gonna.
Why?
Oh Lord.
Why do you ask? Why?
Because I don't like to give something for nothing.
I'm sorry. What does that mean?
I'm very selfish, Bodhi. I
Really?
don't make those surprised eyes when you're not surprised.
Okay, I was just joshing you, man. No big deal anyway.
Don't hit me like that. I'm gonna bruise.
No, it wasn't. I didn't mean. I didn't know. I'm sorry. What were you saying? You're very selfish. Your words, not mine. Well, now they're mine, but they were your. Anyway.
You had an elephant girlfriend. I wasn't sure if you spoke her language.
His face sinks.
She was lovely, and I'm certain she was talented. And if you want to tell me about her over drinks sometime, I wouldn't be adverse.
No.
Or we can not talk about that at all.
Cool. Yeah, no, I don't. I didn't. We spoke in common, so it wasn't like a. You speak my.
Bodhi, can you?
language. What?
Can you read? Common.
Define. I'm good at context clues. I can't read full sentences though. Just some words. The little weird short ones in the middle are kind of confusing. I don't know what those mean.
Bodhi, I'm gonna teach you to read
Oh.
and write
Oh.
so you can journal.
Well, I can
Properly.
journal the words you are and enough.
Right. So, in the evenings, we're gonna talk about how to read and write in common.
Okay. It was bound to happen one of these centuries.
I just wanted to learn something in return.
I can't really. I can teach you about mycology. And
Fine, why don't you teach me about plants that will kill me if I eat them?
I can do that. There are a lot of fungi and other plants that are neighboring to these fungi that are
Good
and
trade,
he just
good trade.
trailed off.
I have a world question now. If Bodhi has doesn't have full grasp of the written language, has Bodhi been journaling like through drawings?
Drawings, broken language. I mean, like he knows he knows words and stuff. Like he'll be like sad, and then he'll draw that he's sad, and he'll say why, travel, or it's weird what he knows and what he doesn't know. He doesn't understand how to put a sentence together on paper. He knows how to speak well, but once it comes to putting it down on paper, it's not something that he's ever committed to.
It's at this point that Kai kicks open the door after saying mushroom. He goes, oh, bitches.
That was, can you repeat
Yes,
that?
yes, he did.
Well, can you repeat that because it cut you out? Because
In a very loud voice, he says, breakfast bitches. After walking past everybody in the garden, maintaining eye contact the whole time, just kicks open the door for everybody else for specifically dramatic effect, yelling, breakfast bitches.
as Elkhorn snaps awake and goes like scrambling looking for something, and you recognize exactly what he's doing because you've been there, as he goes and looks for his weapon, and then
Gelato got scones.
and grabs his shoulder. Shit. Oh. Scared the piss out of me. Fucking hell. Oh, your
Probably
scones?
in around 2 seconds, you see Melon skittering like a cat on all fours, slide around the corner first, and then coming back in
Now is
with like
Elkhorn
the cat drift.
is Elkhorn still grabbing his shoulder? Because I know that we healed it while we were in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's just like a Pavlov.
Phantom pain.
Well, I mean, phantom
Phantom
pain,
pain.
and also like healing doesn't take away pain, and there are still lingering like recovery. Like it's still what happened. It's just no longer damaging one's constitution. Sometimes pain
Makes sense.
still exists even after the healing. So yeah, still grabbing.
Oh boy, don't I know that?
Yeah. As people who've had issues like, and then years later, like, damn it. But absolutely comes and takes a scone if offered. Sits down
It
on
is
the couch.
Scones, croissants, kolaches, the really spicy ones he sets aside and like looks Elkhorn directly in the eye. These are really spicy. Don't eat them unless you like spicy. They're meant for Wraught. Okay? Look me in the eye. Do you understand? You will die if you eat these.
Oh, now it's sounding like a challenge, though. Die.
We already healed you once last night. Do you need to get healed again?
All right. No, got it. Fine. No, won't touch him. As he continues to eyeball them.
I can't stop him if he sneaks in behind me.
As I come in to investigate breakfast, can I lean into the door? Can I change the riddle for the house?
I saw you go damn it to yourself.
Are you asking me, or are you asking...
I'm asking the door.
Oh, I thought you were I'm sorry, I thought you were asking, like, your...
No.
compatriots.
Leaning into the door. Can I change the riddle for entrance?
Oh, you are one of the residents of the estate, and any of the residents have... yes, just got used to this one. What would you like? Do you need suggestions, or do you have one?
No, I have one. The other one was silly.
I do agree personally, but you're silly. It's a good change of pace sometimes. What did you...
Did he come up with that one?
Shh. Look, it was silly, but he was playing to his audience, and...
And we are very silly.
What did you...
What has to be broken before you can use it?
I want to make an intelligence check for this thing because I don't. With a 16, I'm going to say he does not know the answer.
I don't know. What has to be broken before you can use it?
An egg.
Oh, yes, of course. Of course, you do have to break the egg. Is it not the egg shell that is broken?
Do you consider the eggshell separate from the egg itself? Or is it one object?
The philosophy of riddles is a fascinating topic. If you wish, I was fortunate enough to be presented a lecture.
I walk inside.
Close. Just muttering to himself after the door closes.
At least he's entertained.
All right. What else are we all doing?
Now that we're all assembled, I suppose we should discuss what we're doing next. Since you invited a drunk into our house, a very sad drunk with no party. Oh, are you sober?
The hungover dwarf.
I'm gonna lean in with my long snout and sniff his breath to try to tell what his alcohol by volume is.
Well, I mean, he still has a fair amount in his system, but his dwarven constitution has he doesn't. Make me a medicine check.
I'm quite bad at that. Let's find out.
Perfect.
Six.
He seems pretty hammered still, I think. I mean, there's no way with how much beer you smell on his breath he's sober. No way.
Would you like to stay home while we rescue your party?
Oh, I'd like to. But I fear in my current state I would be more hindrance than help. You healed my shoulder, but there are other wounds. It will take time before I am me again. Don't like
I
asking
suggest
for them
you
to be rescued.
focus.
Don't like asking for them to be rescued. If there's a chance that Strongheart is here and just waiting for someone, I can't wait until I'm right again, until I'm well again. Even then, I couldn't do it by myself. Every day I wait, that's... Don't think it doesn't wound my pride.
I'm gonna reach out and tap his chest with my claw. This is a you battle. This is something you need to work on, not us. Fix yourself and be a hero. Stand on your own 2 feet. We'll fix it this time. And we'll bring your party back to you. But after that, stick your chest out. Be someone somebody can look up to. Because I'm not looking up right now.
If you do rescue Strongheart, you will be owed a great debt by Valor's Call. I do not forget those debts.
That was the single most motivating thing I've ever listened to. That being said, so, some context before we go in. How many party members do you have?
Oh, 4 of us.
Hold on. Let me pull this up so that I am not misspeaking and have to correct myself later.
Shit, I only had 2 names written down.
Yeah.
Well, there are 4 of us. Strongheart, Ringo Run, Oliver.
Who was the 4th one? Sorry, Joe was talking for a second.
Molliver.
Molliver, okay.
But I've only heard anything sounds like it might be Strongheart. The description didn't fit the other 2.
We'll keep our eyes peeled, and we'll do what we can. But don't turn on us if we can't do everything.
Oh, I am so sorry. I have to retcon really quick. Because I miscounted and I left someone's name out.
Give
So
us
there's-
all of them one at a time for our notes.
There are 5 of us. Strongheart, Ringleron, Oliver, and Mercian, me.
And you said Strongheart was probably barbarian and Golem was most likely mage.
I would never describe Strongheart as a barbarian. Man of honor and tactical brilliance, yes. Barbarian, no.
Sorry, I had in my notes Barbar, because that's what I most likely thought he was.
And
It's fine, I
Mercium
love
was
that interaction.
the... Mercium had a beard and a female human with red hair. Strongheart, Ringo Run, Molliver. Sorry, I'm looking back at my old notes and I wrote them so fast my shorthand is quite bad.
Can you describe them at all? Their
You know what's-
races, their looks.
If they're not goblins, they're probably the party.
Fair.
Let me pull up one person's
Also,
description.
one more thing that I noticed while we were in the inn. I flipped through all of my notes. Nope, I know that Melon has a flamethrower. There was an instrumentalist, Caesar. His instrument was crap. If we find one while we're out and about, we can fix that.
I see you, Otto, but before we jump to you, just answering the question that Kieren had asked.
Well, yeah, that's a decent enough description for Strongheart. Mercian, red hair, tall. We're all tall to me, but tall for a human. Molliver, they have long brown hair, tan skin, fast as hell. Ringlerun is an old bastard. Looks like he hasn't shaved a day in his life. Puts most dwarves I know to shame with that thing. He's old, cranky, wise.
And Mercium.
Mercian, red hair, tall.
Oh, I thought
human.
that was Molliver.
Molliver, no, tan skin,
Long brown hair.
dark hair.
Human names get mixed up in my brain.
Sometimes they do all sound alike, I won't they?
All humans look the same.
I'm not touching that one. Names is as far as I'll go.
So that's...
Welcome to the non-human party.
And with me, that's their valor's call. I haven't heard anything.
And what were you here to do?
I can't remember. A lot of it's fuzzy.
Out of character, did I not go into his brain and realize a lot of his memories had been erased?
Not necessarily erased, but were not accessible.
Okay. Let's get in there again, see if it was the local hag. Just in case they're unlocked now, I guess.
Are you trying to push inside his memories? Using
Why
detect
not?
rolls?
Because here's the thing. I mean, we not defeated. We drove off the hag. Maybe they're slightly more accessible. So I'd like to crouch down in front of him and put like 2 of my claws in each of his temples and go, like, because I know what the inside of his head looks like now.
We're doing this again.
Take a deep breath.
Didn't like it that much last time.
You can have a drink when you're done.
What are you hoping to find that you didn't find before?
We drove off the local hag. If it was her who locked them away, it may be that they're slightly more accessible for me to put my fingers in.
Fair enough, I suppose. As you push into his memories and you can feel his resistance a little bit, but then he lets his guard down. You see individuals that look a little hazy, but reminiscent of the descriptions that Elkhorn just gave you. The old wizard Ringelrun, long white beard, sending a blast of arcane energy forward. The memories go a little fuzzy. See as Elkhorn, you see from his perspective, because this is all from his perspective, you see his hands on the ground crawling, looks up, and you once again see Ringelrun, this time casting a spell that is taking a while for him to cast. It's not a quick attack. Make me an Arcana check.
$17.
17. Ooh, that's really close. Let me check. That's
I can add a little luck to it if I need to. Yeah, how about this? I'll add a luck point to make it an 18.
Okay. Then definitely. You recognize as the wizard is casting teleportation. And then you see bleary eyes opening. The sky above with tree limbs that are moving as Elkhorn dragged away. Out of his. Feels like someone giving you wet willy. Ugh.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Elkhorn, do you remember what realm you were in when you came here, specifically?
Orth? Where we hail from.
And did you come to hither? Thither. You're in thither now.
Aye, that I've heard.
Your wizard casts a teleportation spell before you passed out. I'm curious about whether he sent you away from them. They may not even be in this realm anymore. They may have sent you to safety.
You think that they left the Feywild, kept us here? Why?
No, I think that they may still be in the Feywild, but sent you to a different part of the Feywild to be safe. I'm not even certain the goblins have them.
But the townsfolk, they said that they saw someone being dragged away by goblins. The description, the
Which we
armor.
will certainly check into.
Well, if that's him, I'll know what to do. It's always coming up with ideas.
If you had to come up with an idea now, though, assuming none of your party are in this realm, if they teleported only you away to keep you safe, what would you do?
to rest. Find my way into the other realms to find where they are. If they aren't here, somewhere, I won't rest until I know.
I don't mind looking into whether or not your party is here, but I don't want to massacre innocents to see if your party even exists in this realm, if you understand me.
Perhaps there's another way inside then, without massacring. Find out if these goblins do have strong heart. If so, maybe they'd be willing to release him, and if not, then we can get to that bridge when we cross it. I'm a fan
We'll look into it.
I'm a fan of combat once the necessary solution, but there are alternatives sometimes.
I'll look around the party. I don't mind looking into it, but we're not going to go into this situation preparing for combat. Just so you know.
Do a little
Are
talky
you saying
talk.
that to him or? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that to him.
Okay, that's what I thought.
We're just
I'm
going to do a
not
little talky talk.
I'm asking that you go in there, sword swinging. Be smart. Think like a Strongheart would. There were a way to get someone out without having to spill blood. He would always try for that first. The goblins are not lunatics.
Well, I guess we're all Stronghearts now. Packing your things. Melon, grab your flamethrower. Let's go see what we can find.
Is there anything anyone is wishing to do before you depart Vale Crossing?
As I'm probably trying to pick up the flamethrower, I will actually legitimately try and break my curse now.
Okay, this is your second time in one day. So, the DC
We
is...
just took a long rest.
You
He broke mine last
broke
night.
it last night. The DC does not increase. So, go ahead and make me that check, please. Spellcasting modifier, D20.
15.
Meet to beat.
Oh,
So, how...
I go like,
just kind of using your snout to, as you create a circle with your hands, just like you do with a dog sometimes. Circle, and whew, this snout goes through, and you don't notice an immediate difference, but then when you try to clap...
yes. I'm back.
So you have fuzzy hands, so it's honestly probably more like...
Close enough.
Gotta get that fully work. So,
Yeah, I'll gather up the...
Go ahead, Melon, and then we'll jump to Otto.
I was just saying I'm gathering up the leftover kolaches in the flamethrower.
That's important. Important. Otto?
Otto's going to turn to Gideon and... Alright, but... Are you alright with staying here until we get back?
Sure.
For safety.
The house is pretty cool. We get along well. So, yeah, I can hang here. How long are you going to be gone? You know what? Never mind. I don't really have a concept of time. So, any answer you give me won't really mean much. It just seemed like the polite thing to ask.
Fair enough, but if for some reason, I know you don't eat, but if you need, like, plant things, I'm sure the house will provide for whatever you need. Alright?
There's a groaning of the wood that somehow sounds like a agreement.
Oh, see, there you go. And maybe we can help work on when I get back. We can teach you how to walk without the pot. Maybe we'll see what we can do.
I think I'm getting pretty good at walking. Getting pretty good at it. It's the stairs that are really... I'm going to work on those while you're gone.
All right, that's all I can ask from you. All right.
You watch as Gideon retrieves a pillow from on the couch, opens the door to the basement and tosses it down so that it's at the bottom of the stairs, creating a little landing pad for screws up.
If he screws up, thank you. He's gonna improve.
Starts building a little landing pad.
There you go. Look, everyone needs a safety net. We're from the carnival, and when the trapeze artists are learning, we always use a safety net, and that'll. Oh God, please don't die.
Anything else anyone would like to do before heading? Yeah, Wraught?
As we're leaving town, specifically.
Well,
if we pass that...
Is there anything anyone is wishing to do before heading out of town? Okay. Wraught, please continue, sorry.
If we pass that statue of Oberon and his well, maybe Little Oak's rooted up and is starting that public park that we talked about. I'm gonna reach into my coin pouch as we pass the well and pull out a handful of 10 gold coins. I don't care. She goes, it's not like this does me any good here. And flick it in to Oberon's well.
Could you please make me a religion check?
I'm not very good at religion.
+4 modifier. In addition to whatever you have.
Does that, I was going to say, is in addition to my modifier?
I will say if your modifier is negative, replace it with a +4.
It's a +3.
Oh, no,
so does that add on to my +3?
Together.
Yes, a +7. Ha ha. $24.
The DC for this was a 20. Got it without even the +4.
She just flicks it as she's walking by.
You drop it in, and you're walking by, and suddenly you realize that your eyes have not left the green statue's face. The ivy and flowers that overgrow it have been tended to in such a way that they resemble a crown without being too over the top. But you haven't looked away from the face. And you feel your vision just zoom in towards it, and everything around you goes a little quiet. You hear a voice in your head. Ask. It's in Sylvan. Ask your question of the Green Lord. You have access to right now, and it is right now, the divination spell. You can ask a single question regarding something that will happen in the next 7 days. Has to be specific.
This is really hard, guys. Shit.
We can't help you now.
Actually, you just helped me. How do we help you? Because at this point, I know that Oberon has been missing. And nobody knows what the fuck is going on with that. How do we help you?
The voice comes in reply. At least it will next week. That's where we will pick up next time. Thank you all so
You do this to us like
much
that?
for
Oh my
being
God,
here
oh my God.
for this.
The day my daughters to be wed.
Wait, what?
He switched his style up. He switched his closing up style. I realize that now.
Sudden and jarring, Ethan. What was that?
What?
No, I'm not a bad thing. I'm just complaining about the fact that the session's ending. That's it.
Great session, everyone.
Win
Thank you so much for being here for this stream. You can always listen to, once I catch up here, we're only about 30 episodes behind with Wylde Beyond, but we are slowly
Only
but steadily
30.
catching up on Go Buff Yourself. So you can always listen there. Thank you all so much for being here. Don't go anywhere yet so we can raid, but I want to go around, let people know, or let everyone give you a chance to let you all know where you can find them. Joe, would you mind leading us off?
Hi guys, I'm Joe of Terrible Trio Crafts. You can find me on Etsy at Terrible Trio Crafts. I have recently released a whole new series of dice, and if you purchase my Truth dice, 40% of it is going to transpositive charities. They are lovely, and I love making them. So if you want some made in the US by me in my living room dice, check it out.
I will drop their information in the chat.
Heck yeah. Byron. Mav. Excuse me. Sorry.
Hated it.
Mav.
Government names are
Hey,
awful.
hey everyone.
Sorry. Damn.
It's okay.
50
I still love
sessions.
you. Still love you. Neuralizer, you didn't hear none of that shit. Hi
Cut it in
everyone.
post.
Yup, it's me, your boy Mav. Hope you're having a great day today. You can find me here on digitalclubhousetv on Twitch. I'm a variety streamer. Also, did you know that I'm black? That's the most important part. And I play a lot of wonderful fun games. I stream on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tomorrow will be me and the boys back again on Fortnite, and then back again on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because my internet works now. We'll be back with more We Are OFK. And Saturdays I play High on Life for right now. And then
And when
can
are you
also
playing
find me-
Alien Isolation?
Never.
What about King of the Castle?
When I find time, I am going to
Fair.
play that. I have already a set schedule already. But yeah, love you guys.
Sarah.
We love you more.
Hi, everybody. I teach people about space, so that's really what I do. I don't have much of an online presence. I love you all. Have a great week.
Morgan.
I've been a hermit staying inside painting minis.
Fair enough.
I'm
Lauren.
gonna eat this one.
I'm Lauren. That's about it. No, I'm making some costumes. Gonna do some shoots soon with some finished stuff like Fern. It'll happen. It's gonna kill me, but it's gonna happen. Scanlan is coming, as well as Ivy from Soul Calibur photo shoot. So really excited to get that moving and grooving, as well as
That's two?
guesting
Two burps in this one
at-
outro?
Yeah, I thought, we beasties. We got to do it.
4 out of 10.
We are also going to be at Anime STL coming soon. So keep your eyes on their programming and convention information because we will be there. And I think that's hydrate. That's it.
Thank you all so much for being here. You can find more of my TTRPG content at the Buff DM pretty much everywhere, and on YouTube, Thousand Faces, here on Twitch. Go buff yourself.
Listen to
all
his
that.
sexy, sexy voice.
Take care of yourselves. Let's start this raid, and until we see you next time, which won't be for a little bit until we are back with City of the Crimson Tower, because we have to take next weekend off of this. We have to go to a wedding. I know. Terrible. But let's go ahead and start that raid. Take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves. You deserve it. It's a tough time. Take the time you need. And until we see you next time, friends, stay wild. Bye, everybody.
Stay wild.